All right, wholesale weekly update. So this week was another good week. I mean, I think we're on week 10 now at this point. This is 10 weeks of being in Titanium University. I had another call review at the end of this week with the great RJ Bates. He told me I'm a superstar in the making. So that made me feel pretty good. Gave me some good critique, good feedback. This was a call that was a month ago. I think that I've improved since that point in time, but definitely still having these long conversations, somewhat getting friend zoned. He said that I did a good job pulling out the motivation. I just did it 30 minutes into the call as opposed to at the 3 minute mark. So everything I did at the end, I probably should have did at the beginning. Super nice people in this group. There, Galen came on there, gave me some feedback, told me I had good vibes and good energy. Said that these are little things that I could do that have helped him, that to try to implement for myself as well. After that call, Jay and Caesar reached out to me, gave me some, just great, phenomenal advice. Jay just told me that how to dig deeper. He says I'm right there at the edge to where I'm really about to get some momentum and take off. I just need to learn one skill, and that skill is to really pierce through that motivation and just really dig into it and sit into it a little bit more, and then use that motivation as leverage to get the price of what we need. Not a manipulation thing aspect, but to really show them where they're at and how we get to that number that we're getting to. Great advice. I mean, it was just beautiful. Caesar just complimented me, gave me some more feedback and critiques. He basically told me to stop comping. Once you get that quick comp and have an idea of the number, stop looking at the numbers and just focus on the conversation at that point. Always great advice from him. Every time he talks, I want to listen. I want to hear and just dissect it as much as I can. So good jobs on the call reviews. That was very helpful, and I'm taking that into next week. All the little bit of advice that I got from that. Talked to Scott Jenkins as well this week. He's fucking savage. Whenever I get to his age, I want to be, doing what he's doing. I just love his attitude. Very positive, very optimistic, go-getter, militaristic. I mean, just awesome. We sat down and talked for about an hour, and just wealth of knowledge. Seriously, wealth of knowledge. I did a boots on the ground for Trisha this week. That was the first time I've done that. Went and got something signed in North Augusta. That was pretty cool. It was just nice to be able to help someone in the community. Hopefully she can get that deal closed and funded, and that was the step that was needed. I'm also tracking my KPIs a little bit better. I used AI to create this little tracker, and man, this thing is dialed in now at this point. It's the Alberti Investments KPI dialer tracker, and I'm using it. I'm going to start using it every single time I call now religiously, so I can start tracking that metrics and I can give it to people so I can get some feedback. I also had a one-on-one with someone from Property Leads. I think I'm going to have another one this week. I tracked all my KPIs to get an idea of how much I'm spending, how much I'm getting refunded, how many conversations I'm having, how many offers that I'm making on those leads that are coming in, how many contracts are getting sent out. So I'm not going to bore with the data on that, but I tracked it for the entire month of April. Now I'm going to track it again for the month of May. I might tweak a little bit of things after having a conversation again with them coming up next week, but trying to gather that information before I flood it with money. I want to make sure that I'm seeing exactly what's happening, whether there's a skill set thing that I need to improve upon, or maybe it's a channel thing, but I need to track it probably for at least 3 months to decide. Other than that, the thing that I need to improve upon this week coming up is I just need to dial more. I think my dials went down this week. My conversations are up. I'm having decent conversations as well. Some are longer. I need to be quicker to get off the phone if they're not a qualified seller. Simply, their numbers are kind of expensive with the phone. So I'm going to need to make sure that I'm getting off the phone pretty quickly if that's the case. But, gonna try to crush it next week, and we'll see what happens. Remember to stay happy, hungry, and humble, and I'll see you next time.